No. All right, fried crawfish, and your fried crawfish boil.
Fried crawfish.
No, wait, fried crawfish boil. Awful. Festival.
Say that 5 times fast. The Fried Crawfish Festival.
Fried crawfish festival.
You could have twice cooked crawfish.
What?
You could have twice cooked crawfish, like first boil it and then fry it.
You could. I don't know if that would be good.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know if that would be overcooked. I don't know. I don't eat crawfish.
Yeah.
I might have to do some research for this game. We'll see.
You can do like a flash fry.
All right, cool. So we know our town is famous for its fried crawfish. What would our town be infamous for?
Hope it's in Louisiana.
Like infamous? Like what do you mean?
It could be.
Like,
Sorry, I missed what you said.
Yeah, me too.
I said it's in Louisiana, so we could go the easy route and just say slavery.
Oh shit.
No, infamous for no. It should be something more fun. Infamous for. What if there was a What if infamous? What do you mean? So are we going infamous? Do we want to go infamous like infamous past or like infamous present? Like do people talk about this
whatever
now?
we want?
We've talked about it before. Because it might be fun to do something like we're infamous because 70 years ago, the crawfish fleet owned by this famous founding family went out in a storm and none of them came back. Like,
honestly, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
it can be whatever. It doesn't have to be
and that
like
family is still in power today. They never faced retribution for facing all those poor workers to go out in the storm.
Yeah, that's sick.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
I was gonna do something about with like alligator hunting or something, but that's perfect.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And I was going to spin it off with the other industry with sugarcane and say like there's some kind of labor abuses, but that's perfect with the crawfish fleet disappearing. Like this family also famously mistreats their workers.
Or I was thinking, and that I was thinking Ohan with the alligators, because what if it was like infamous? It was like we were known like back in like the 1920s or something. It would be like the bootleggers would hide the bodies by feeding them to the alligators in the swamp. And so now there's like a rumor that all those alligators have the taste for like human flesh.
Yeah, I like that too.
Like big Jim Mosley and his gang used to feed.
Cheryl, I'm not counting that as one of your rumors, but I am adding that rumor into this.
Or what about like the really like famous one where like there's that like one giant like alligator that roams the swamp that no one has seen but is legendary because like it still has like a skeletal hand hanging out of its mouth or something.
Yeah.
But so like I could
giant albino alligator.
Yeah, so I was thinking that maybe my family's like a poor like hunting family, so I know of the alligator, and my hobby will probably be fishing.
What if a pirate apparently hid some treasure somewhere in the bayou? Because they did that. Captain Kidd apparently hid his stuff in like South Carolina.
Oh yeah, then it'll be tied into maybe like the mystery of like the giant alligator or whatever, or like the missing crawfish people.
The hand or whatever bone that is stuck on the alligator has intact rings from the treasure.
Yes.
Yes. And so the treasure is fated to be still with the alligator, but no one can find
hide his loot. He dumped his treasure in the alligator's lair.
Nice.
Could be an old ass alligator.
I think we've stepped a little bit away from for making our town infamous.
Yeah. Like hear all these rumors.
So what do we want to do with Cheryl suggested, or do we want to do what do we want to do?
I like it connecting because if we have the crawfish fest, then we should try and relate it to the sugarcane. So maybe take Colin's idea and make it that this founding family who runs sugarcane.
So founding family
abusing the workers. I say as I come out of a union meeting, they should have unionized.
All right. Now economically, how do we feel our town is doing?
Yeah,
I figured we were.
Not great.
we're,
Exactly.
we're not great. We're not opening up a nice 5-acre campus.
No. What's happening is the crawfish are all getting fished out, and everyone's going sugar-free with their diets. So the sugar cane.
I would say that maybe that founding family has like a complete monopoly on everything. And so
Probably.
while they are like lavish, everyone else is fairly poor.
Mm-hmm. Like they haven't raised wages in forever.
Yeah, and it's like the only thing that's available in the town, and I'm thinking that like my character is like his family of fishing, so we kind of support ourselves as much as we can. I'm like adding like a hook and rope to my backpack here.
I have not made it that far. But...
Me either.
Yeah.
I'm just writing it down as I go. I feel like I'm building up my character as we do this.
Yes. Alrighty. A notable local organization in town.
The Gentlewoman's Relief
that family,
Society.
right?
Relief from what?
Relief from not having a bunch of old biddies show up at your house with disgusting casserole and pies. There's a league of nosy old women who make it their business knowing everyone else's business.
And there's something strangely behind all of their nosiness and stuff.
It can be like my character, because I want my character to be a super tomboy. It can be like my character's mom and grandma are like founding members of the Relief Society, members with the white gloves and the hats, and they're always trying to get my character to come along with them. And I'm like, no, I want to go spear frogs in the bayou with my friends.
Oh, I love it. What did you say the name of this town was? Or this organization?
Gentlewoman's Relief Society.
I'm seeing that like around the town has that kind of hot fuzz kind of feel, but since we're kids in the town, we're used to it, So we're like those hooligans like that keep spray painting the fountain, you know what I mean? So for us, it's normal to get drinks from the bar when we're under 21 and stuff. But like, I wonder if like that organization is like we kind of wonder if it's part of something like bigger,
They just want to ruin our good fun.
They just want their town to not have any sinners in it, all right?
They never want a rock band to ever come play here.
Yeah, and maybe we're trying to get a rock band to come really bad. Be like that 70s show.
All right. We can throw in another one in there if we want.
Another group, another organization.
Oh, I would say that we can make that wealthy family its own organization within the town.
Like, yeah, their own business. They have like, it's all stock cousins. They've
so
had
sorry, go ahead then.
I was thinking it would be fun if they all had like the family had, like 3 sons, and each of those sons had big families, and so it's just nepotism stocked. Every person who works in a position of power in that organization has the same last name.
Oh yeah, and then whenever those people like walk around town, they feel like they're like the sheriffs around town. Like
It's like as soon as someone shakes their hand and says like, "Hi, my name is John Johnson," like, "Oh, another Johnson, great." That means he's part of that clan.
Yeah.
Or so embarrassing Southern name we can give them. Pritchett.
Or like maybe
the Pritchett. They're probably
Pritchett family. Yeah, the Pritchett family.
I wonder if like this family also like owns maybe like all the supermarkets in the town too, so they have kind of like a monopoly on like people need around the town.
Yeah, they own like the apartment buildings. They have like their big up on the hill.
That would make sense if like all of the, they don't necessarily own all the businesses, but all the important things are in their hands.
Yeah, all the essentials.
It's funny, here at Irvine, technically a lot of stuff is owned by the Irvine Corporation, and you can tell which parking lots are owned by them, because if the parking lines are in green, that means that they're owned by the Irvine Corporation, because apparently the old man in like the 80s used to like getting up in his helicopter and being able to look down and see which parking lots and areas were his.
Honestly, so would I. So would I.
You're like, yeah, I wouldn't pick green, but I would definitely.
I probably would pick green.
That's like a dragon looking at all his hoarding.
Am I the Irvine man? Do I own Irvine?
Lex, lower my rent. Right.
Wouldn't it be wild if I just dropped that right now? I was like, oh, I'm part of the Irvine family.
You're like, yeah, I never technically on Zoom I'm Alice Cazares, but actually the other last name that I never used. My maiden name is Irvine, actually. That's my grandpa.
Oh God, what a nightmare. All right, so we can include like a couple notable local landmarks.
Civil War Memorial.
A statueless Civil War memorial.
Yeah.
Or no, the Civil War memorial is like Pritchett the Coward, the like guy.
It can be. There can be some story about the person, but then people, it's controversial. Like some people think that they actually like deserted. Other people think that they died a hero.
They're like, only the family says that his diary says that he was an actual hero, but all of the other letters coming out of that battle said that they saw him running away, kind of thing.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
We're always spray painting Pritchett the Coward.
Exactly.
Pritchett the Prick.
Another landmark can probably be like maybe like if we have like a small marina that's like almost run down, where it like you can kind of see how great the fishing like industry was in this town, but now it's a little more run down. I was thinking that like one thing that like my character would have is like the key to the marina, so that way because his family has a boat there.
What if like out in the bayou there was like an old school, like up on stilts, like abandoned house that everyone like has different stories about whose house that was, depending on like what grade level they were in school. Like the older generation I'll say that it was like this voodoo witch's cabin, but then like another generation of students say that it was, you know, the old lighthouse keeper retired there and never stopped, you know, he always had a lantern out. You know, everyone has it was.
I
like that, yeah.
Me too. It's like deep in the bayou, you know, and
you dare your friends, like who's gonna get closer? Like, well, I got within 20 feet of it. Well, Jackson got within 10 feet of it. Oh, well, Sam said he touched. Oh, well, Sam's a liar. You know,
touched the butt.
I touched the butt. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to go to stakeout there.
That becomes our hideaway. That becomes our HQ.
Nice.
Yeah, after we get the cojones to go search it.
Yeah, because we don't have our van, because we don't have our Scooby-Doo van like with the last Kids on Bikes game.
You do not.
Well, if Ohan's family has a boat, it could be a hideaway.
Yes.
We're not entitled to your boat, but.
Well, no, but I mean, like, if it's like something that, like, whereas like we're all really close, like the kids in Stranger Things, then it would just be a almost like either a daily, weekly, weekendly, what is it? Like a tradition that we all get together and I boat us out, like, you know, we go out to hang out somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we start hanging out at the marina because it's pretty run down and no one's really there. And then maybe we eventually move out towards the bayou. Maybe that family starts to like bully us in the marina or something.
Interesting ideas.
Lex is just taking notes. Lex is like, keep talking.
Yeah.
How old are we want our characters though?
I'm making mine 17.
Okay, maybe I'll up my character's age.
Because I want to be like young enough to be a teenager, but then old enough to be working.
Yeah.
Okay. You can work with the teen.
Yeah, I can do a teen. Teens on bikes.
Teens on bikes.
Okay. Well, we're all gonna have a good fight in brawn.
And then Sean will show with a 10-year-old. Sean won't look at the message board and he'll show with a 10-year-old.
All right. I guess last question here for world building. What is our school's sports team called?
Ooh, okay, so this is kind of Pritchett. The Pritchett Fighting Prawns.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
If we're crawfish themed.
The Fighting Prawns.
The Pritchett Prawns.
What creature starts with the panther? The Pritchett Panthers.
Panther. I was thinking what creatures prey on crawfish?
To the internet.
Crocodiles, snakes.
We could be the Pritchett Pythons.
Yeah, that's perfect.
fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds.
Can I tell you? The primary predators of crayfish young and eggs are other crayfish.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We're the Pritchett cannibals.
Oh, actually, that's pretty sick. The Pritchett cannibal.
I wonder if it's that old legend of that witch in the old house is tied into the school mascot name.
Mm.
Like it's like part of the legend, so that they just named it that because it was like a scary kind of, to strike fear in the enemy in the other schools and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like an edgy name would upset the Gentlewoman's Relief.
Yeah,
Very
the
Society.
Relief
Good point.
Society.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
can it be something that can be interpreted in multiple ways?
The Pritchett
Voodoo Doc.
Pritchett princes?
The Pritchett what?
Princes?
The Pritchett princes.
I don't know, something, because I'm trying to think, like, what would the Gentlewoman's Relief Society be okay with?
It's
Probably
also like what
nuns, 'cause they're like,
the
my
famous
son.
movie.
It could also just be a thing where they're constantly complaining about it.
Oh, yeah, that could also be a
True.
word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're like,
Yeah, let's do the
but they're
witches
like on the
and
school board meeting, like, yet again, we are here to discuss the egregious name that our children are forced to march under.
yeah. Or we can stick with the Pritchett witches, and then they're
Pritchett
trying to
witches.
The Pritchett witches.
I also like that.
they're trying to change it to something really lame.
So I like Pritchett Witches, like the sound of it. Can we say that the name was decided by like a contest? Like the high school students voted on the name, and there was like this vehement campaign to upset the Relief Society.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. That we helped run, and that's why they hate us so much.
Yeah.
We corrupted democracy, clearly. That's what we
Yes.
did.
We're Americans.
I don't think my character would be above stuffing a ballot box if it leads to upsetting.
Nice.
Maybe it should be instead of older brothers. Maybe I'm the one. My character will be the one tomboy in like the sixth daughter, and all of the other daughters were like prom queens, each of their successive years. All members of the Gentle Women's Relief Society. Okay, graduate buzz cut.
Let's see what's up next. Oh, everyone gets to go in and select your trope.
Ew.
Yeah.
Where is? Let me find the.
So that is page. Low. 66.
66.
Although I think no. Yeah, 66. Oh, page 71 of the PDF though.
Ah, there you go. The throw is off. Blue collar worker. That sounds like you're fishing judo, huh?
But that's for an adult. Why?
Oh,
It's
is it for adults? Appendix E tropes.
I mean, if you're gonna play 17, that could just play it as an adult, but be like a 17-year-old.
Conspiracy theorist is so. Weirdo.
Blue collar worker.
Oh, there's young provider.
Oh, yeah.
That's on page
Is
7.
that for me?
That might be good for you.
That does sound good.
Yeah, how has working to support your family improved you as a person?
Yeah, that does work. Young provider.
Oh, there we go. I had missed out where it says the age on blue collar worker where it says adult. How did you tell us it was for adults? I should actually read.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Lex, how editable are you letting the ages on these be?
Honestly, I mean, you can. Honestly, I don't even think the ages really matter that much, because on your character sheet, the things that you get are. Oh. What are you thinking?
Because I'm thinking that reclusive eccentric sounds, the questions sound more like what I want to do with my character than like loner weirdo or any of the others do, but it's for adults. But it's like the second question is like, where is it? I just lost it. It's like, what do you miss about being out in the world versus what drove you like in the world at large? I'm thinking more like what drove her away from like the family sort of little collective unit.
Right.
I almost want to say that my character should be a Pritchett, but that sounds like maybe my family's a cousin of the Pritchetts. We're trying very hard to be on their level.
I like that. I like that. Sorry, I'm trying to read just see if there's a specific thing that says what adults get versus what kids get. Oh, here it is. Honestly, yeah, you should be able to take it. It doesn't seem like there's any like real reason that you wouldn't be able to. Because either way, you would still apply it to like a teen character sheet, so that would give you your pluses to the right areas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then you would take the rebellious strength. Yeah, and that's it.
It's funny. I feel like this is usually like the most boring part of most of the RPG games, but with this game, I feel like it's so much fun that we get to build the world.
Yeah,
it's great. I love hearing everyone get into it.
Yeah, my flight is a D4. I am bad at running.
I am very good. I can pick you up.
Yeah. So my
flight is a D20. I'm used to getting out of there. I'm used to dodging the hair curler in the mornings.
That's good. Yeah. Well, my grit and my brawn are good, so I think it's perfect for a little fisher guy. How many flaws should we have, Lex?
Let's see. Choose 2 strengths and 2 flaws.
Okay.
Well, I'm of a couple minds. One of them, brilliant mathlete, sounded fun, but I was thinking of more like quiz, like trivia. Someone who does that. And especially enjoying. When I was thinking about it, I thought it would be more a child, but teen is fine too. Or it could be like a young teen, really enjoying proving adults wrong.
Oh, those gentle women are gonna love you.
Oh yes. The other thought, I don't know, like I know you can create, like you can just do it from scratch, but I don't know how much you want us to be able to move around stuff with these tropes. I actually liked the idea of using plastic beauty, but being a himbo.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, based on that reaction, yes, let's do that.
Please.
I need to go through this thing about how to create these, because not as many as I remember.
Scroll up, there's all these. We pick 2 strengths and 2 flaws.
Yeah.
And then we get rebellious for free.
And sorry, you get what?
You get rebellious for free as teenagers, right?
Yes. And you get a +1 to those, and those should be to your fight and your brawn, which should be marked on your character sheet already.
I'm assuming one of my possible things is treasure hunter, so I'm very interested in that treasure that might be hidden out in the bayou.
Oh, I was looking at that one too.
So you can find useful items in your surroundings, but I think that my character's probably likes to spend a lot of time in the bayou, likes to wander around, find cool rocks, mushrooms, sort of thing.
My take on it was that because I'm like a fisher, as trade, I'm just good at like finding things around me, you know. Well, it's not like to find treasure, but it's like I'm good at improvising.
And Lex, I think you answered this already, but with the fillable character sheet, we're using version 2 of the teen?
Version 2, yeah. Because version 1 has the +1s to the wrong areas.
Are the flaws just for us? And the flaws have stuff like the
flaws, I believe, are just for what's it called? For flavor, basically. For role playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the strengths actually add to your rolls, right?
Yeah. Or strengths give you things that you can do.
Yeah.
But you spend adversity tokens for some of them. You're gonna make me practice my southern accent, Lex.
Listen, I love a southern accent. It's one of the few accents that I can do pretty easily. I still need to practice mine because I haven't done it in a while.
And we need more southern accents in D&D.
I know.
It's so
underused.
Funny. It's so funny you say that because the thing I was going to run, the one shot I'm running, is you guys going to like an old Western town. So most of the people you would have met there are rocking the southern accent.
Nice. I'm not going to even try. I'm bad at accents. I'm just gonna be like a Vermont accent guy living around town.
Everyone's gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh, I like your accent."
Are they though?
Hmm.
Yeah, you sound like you're from California. My brother used to live in Montana, so I got that question a lot. And then protected.
Names.com, so I don't want to name my character. Pretty Southern Belle names. Let's see if this works.
See, I'm lucky because my middle name is already like kind of Southern, like Frenchy, you know.
Mm.
It's my middle name is Leon.
Oh, that is
Leon.
yes.
Yeah, my mom's from France, so I got like a French name.
They have on here on a list of Southern Belle names. They have Palmer, Presley. And I'm like, those don't sound very Southern Belle at all. Presley.
Presley sounds like a good
Presley.
like tomboy name, you know?
Yeah. I was thinking I would find one where it would be like Georgina, but I go by George. Or like, you know. Messina,
Why don't you just do that? That sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean,
fun. I love the finding names part of character creation is always fun.
I've always been a fan of the Samantha Sam.
Mm-hmm.
The two first names.
Sawyer might be good.
Ooh, Sawyer.
Sawyer would be nice, yeah. And I mean, you don't even have to go short by your name short. You can even just come up with a completely different name that you'd rather go by.
Also
True.
very true.
Very true.
You know, it could be simple, like we call you S, or maybe we call you something different. Each of us call you something different.
Mm.
What if we all had code names for each other?
Like
Alchemy Goose.
Team names. Everyone pick an animal.
Do we put in skilled at no matter what? Lex? How does that work?
Skilled at?
The skilled at?
No, that one should. The only one you get that one automatically for is for an adult. So you can add, you can pick it as a strength if you'd like, but it's not automatic.
Okay, I get you. I got I picked treasure hunter and what else did I pick? And protective.
Protective. Nice.
All right, cool. All right, let's see.
Fine word. There's an explanation somewhere for what all these.
Yeah, if you go to page 59, that's where that little table is with all the descriptions for the strengths.
Yeah, I just copy and pasted the two I picked in my notes here, so that way I can keep them handy. What are the rules for the stuff in the backpack? Like, is there?
Yeah, that's the prepared. That's the one I took for Parker back in the day. Was prepared, where you have everything in your backpack.
Yes. Colin, I don't know if you've gotten to a point where you've heard about adversity tokens in this game, but essentially anytime you fail a check, you'll get an adversity token, which is points that you can spend later to usually to activate some sort of strength or to add to another roll to potentially get yourself a success in the future.
All right.
Which they're kind of adding to D&D now. Whenever you, with the current Unearthed Arcana, they're testing Nat 1s give you inspiration.
Oh, that's right. I think Malcolm was telling us about that too. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I prefer that to the Nat 20, honestly.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I mean, I don't see why we can't just have both. That way we can still celebrate the hitting a 20.
I mean, it's up to the DM. That's how you want to run the game.
Very true.
Always up to the DM.
Yeah.
Yes. All the rules are optional.
Howard character.
Am I going to be an asshole if I choose wealthy?
I almost chose wealthy.
Yeah, but to be wealthy, wouldn't you have to be part of that family? For what we've set the law as already?
This is true. Let me uncheck.
So that might not be that might be a little odd if you're wealthy and not
part of the family, but you're such a himbo, you're not involved. You're like they've given up on nepotism you. They can't nepotism you into anything.
Or like, what if like Colin's like family maybe like won the lottery, so they're like that one-off family that actually has money.
No, wait, here's my proposition. Here's my proposition. Right, your character's 17, 15 or 16 years ago. Your character's 17, 16, 15 years ago. There was an ad campaign for the sugarcane industry where a cute little toddler infant was the face of one of their products. And that was you. And so your family has all that money from the residuals on the advertisements.
Oh.
Oh man, that's awesome. I used to have a friend like that in high school. He was great. Like so, like you can be that like dick, you know, but we could still love you for it. Like that still works to me.
Well, the lady with the Relief Society wish that you had followed the path of good because they remember you being such a sweet little kid.
Ah.
Oh yeah, you saw our favor with the city.
And the baby thinks on the bag of sugar.
Now I find someone who does like old school like graphic design.
Okay, definitely taking that then. It also was kind of good. Like it's good news for my family because if the family was shitty, then they would have spent the money and left me with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So you have a nice family who actually took care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, solid folk.
Oh, I mean, you could just like work something out where you actually got the money up front in cash or something, so you got like a ton of it, and like not even your family has it, but you have it.
They have those laws for child actors where it's like the Coogan laws, where you have a certain percentage just for you.
Yeah.
How recent was that, though?
No, the Coogan laws were in the 30s. The Coogan laws,
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, because it was the little kid who worked with Charlie Chaplin was Jack Coogan.
Oh.
Okay.
And so those laws were actually quite old.
The more you know. Yeah.
I don't know why I know that,
No.
but
Well, preparing for the Halloween one shot, I ended up looking up a bunch, even though it's not historical, I ended up looking up a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm like, I threw out the date 1780, like, okay, what was around then?
all of the stuff that I'm studying was from 1780, the Enlightenment, end of the Enlightenment.
Oh shit. Then you're gonna call me out on all this stuff.
I was so excited. And then I ended up going for Byron, who was in the 1800s anyway. So I played myself. That was when all the it's funny that like the very end of my second reading list goes up to like the 1800s, and I have like Anne Radcliffe. I had a lot of the OG Gothics on my reading list towards the end there. But if there's an incorrect corset, there's an incorrect skirt line, Colin. If there's an incorrect fashion silhouette, I will.
That'll mostly be the other players.
Lex,
I don't expect you.
Gordian woman.
Yeah.
Into my late Georgic fiction.
Listen, I don't understand anything that's happening. I just picked lady.
Like I just went on vibes. It came to me in a dream.
Truly. Listen, I tried to look up Gothic fashion on Pinterest, and it was just a bunch of.
That won't get you anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So I was like, Gothic Edwardian fashion. Got me a nice lady dressed in black. So
it's an entirely different royal house. The House of Windsor didn't come into play until the House of Stuart was dead. Actually, the Stuarts died in the early 1700s. I'm lying. I'm putting you on the spot and I'm lying.
Listen, she's the time traveler.
Like her thing? That's the antimatter rifle. That's how she got the antimatter rifle.
She dropped it back in 2032. Oh, it's not even that far away. 2075.
It's Amazon K6 brand antimatter rifle.
Alrighty. How's everyone doing on their characters, on their tropes?
I think I'm good. I think I'm going to go with Sawyer. I do like Sawyer as a name.
Sawyer.
Oh yeah, I haven't even started on a name, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I'm going with Blunt. I am Blunt and what are the ones? Blunt and not paranoid. What was the other one? Likely Blunt.
Okay.
Blunt and secretive. Blunt and secretive. So I don't want my family to know what I'm up to.
I turned
at 6 A B C D E F. So I should have a name that starts with F, so that I can say that it's the alphabetized siblings going from A down to F. All the Christmas cards are a bus and sweaters with letters on them, all lined up. F. Oh, you guys can call me Frank. It's Francesca, but you can call me Frank.
Oh, that's cute.
Just to piss my mom off.
I made Leon completely have ADD. His flaws are absent-minded and restless.
That's how I feel every day. All right, I guess as you guys, if you're ready, we can kind of go through and start introducing everybody a little more formally than we have. It's gonna be like my characters and so.
Cool.
And so on and so on.
That's a good Deep South old blood name.
I feel like this would normally come so easy to me, but now that I need to know this information, I can't think of that.
Yeah, right now I'm playing with. I just picked Forrester for no reason.
Bennett.
Hmm?
Bennett. Baskin.
Bennett.
Baskin.
Francesca Bennett. Francesca Bennett, you get back here, right? I like that. Bennett with Bennett's. We're the Bennett bunch, don't you know?
The Bennett bunch.
Yeah, perfect.
And that's why Frankie hangs out with you guys, because Frankie can't handle that. Frankie does not want to be part of the Bennett.
I can't wait for my character to make fun of your character for that. Okay, can we be part of the Bennett bunch? Like, no.
Bennett bunch. We're done with the Bennett bunch.
So should we all know each other? Like, should we all be like already like a group?
Yeah, I like the idea of us being the ones that helped campaign to vote in that name.
I kind of like all of us kind of knowing each other right away too. And I think it'll let the game kind of move forward a little bit faster.
So don't have to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we just already know each other.
It sounds like at least your character likes hanging out in the bayou. My character likes hanging out in the bayou. Maybe Colin's character could like hanging out in the bayou. I did put bird watching. I did put bird watching down as one of my hobbies because that seems weirdly innocent for someone trying to be super tough. To be like, I like watching the herons. You know, there's, the white-legged heron. The migrations happen in the spring. Really gotta be there. Really gotta, they rely on us to count. Every year, Frankie turns in her count of eggs in the nests that she finds in the bayou. She puts it like anonymously. They don't know who's contributing. The National Bird Wildlife Service is who's contributing. One of those amateur, like in the field people who reports bird sightings. Francesca Bennett. They're all names. Adelaide Bennett. Beatrice Bennett.
Yeah, I really wish Sean could have made it now.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, having to have his schedule of cool work that he does for his super fun job.
Well, you gotta get those Emmys, man.
True that.
Someone in this group has got to get the Emmys, and it's sure as hell not going to be me.
Yeah.
All right. And then, Ohan, did you say your character's name was Leon?
Yeah. Leon Paulson.
Paulson?
Paulson?
Paulson. Gotcha. Alrighty.
Weirdly, it's what my last name means in English.
Oh.
And I think I have a name. Looking through random name generators.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole like baby photo idea, I feel this is perfect, is Nathan Dieudonné.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to spell that for me because I don't understand. I don't.
Let me just put it in.
Thank you.
Zoom.
Okay, you are gonna go by Frankie. I love that. Cool.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Like, I don't know. Her mom's all like, I don't know, Frankie. I named you Francesca after my great-great-grandmother and your great-great-great-grandmother.
God bless his soul.
God bless his soul. She did not go by Frank. She went by Francesca because it is a beautiful name for a beautiful girl, like you would be if you let me wash your face.
Oh God.
This is gonna be great.
Cheryl, you're really setting the bar high for me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really glad that I'm not going for an accent now.
You need to watch the Magnificent Seven television show. Ezra Standish, always talking. Best character, most complex character in that entire fucking show. Only one watching. You need to watch Tombstone, Doc Holliday.
I need to watch. I just need to get in there.
What shows would be set in Louisiana though?
Yeah. That's true. This is just a general. It's probably not. Someone from Louisiana would smack me for talking like this.
Oh yes.
Well, I know in Louisiana their accent's a little more French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it? In that documentary about the Munchausen by proxy girl who killed her mother, they interview like her grandpa, and he's like a down home like Arcadia dude. His accent is fantastic when they interview him, talking about like, oh, she stole $500 from my dad, you know, kind of like deep in like the teeth. It was.
I love that.
She was all right. Me and Dee Dee, we got along great. She anything she wanted, I give her anything she wants. Except a dog in the house. Now we got 2 dogs in the house.
See, the thing is, I feel like Southerners they just ramble, and I feel like I don't know how well I can do that, but I will try.
Let it flow. You learn the power of the flow. Let it take you. Let it possess you.
Okay.
You have you have to give yourself permission to let things dry out too. If you're going for that drawl.
That drawl.
Thing you need to understand.
You don't understand the way it works here in Pritchett. It's funny, there was speaking of that Magnificent Seven TV show, there was a particular fanfic writer who was very prolific for Magnificent Seven, and they wrote some great stuff, but the problem with all of Ezra's dialogue, whenever he would say I, they would phonetically spell out A-A, never went. And it used to piss me the fuck off. I was so ready to download like a Chrome extension to replace it with I, because it got so distracting. Every single line of dialogue where he said never. See, I wanted to go there. And they would, the only word that they would spell phonetically was the I's and replace them with as.
Oh.
And I wish that I could read those fanfics, but unfortunately the archive that hosted them was shut down when they did not pay for the servers. Because the Magnificent Seven television show ended in the year 2000, and so most of the fan fiction has been lost to archive decay. Except for Black Raptor. Black Raptor is the only Magnificent Seven geosites still left. Still going strong.
Shut up! You have to stop. Oh, I'm not sending you this.
No! I'm sorry.
California,
I want a lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm really happy how it's turning out. I hope you like it. It's gonna be cool.
It looks awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait because I just love when I first moved in here and I first got my bookshelf, I like didn't know what to do with like all of my toys. And I left a bunch of shit at my mom's house, but I've been slowly, every time I go visit my mom, I bring like another pop figure back from like where she put them all in the closet when I moved out of my room. And so it's gonna go up there right next to, like, I have my little Vader bobblehead, I have my R2D2, and I'll have a lightsaber, I have my little Wrecker figurine. I want to, once all my Amazon points are done, I want to buy a boss figurine from Repcom because they have that on Amazon.
Yeah, after I'm like completely done with your hilt, we'll go over like what you want me, how you want to put it. So that was just on a desk. I'll get you a stand for a desk. If you want it on the wall, I will print you something so like you can put it on the wall really well, you know. So,
yes, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, like even with the first one I sold, like I included a stand. That stand was included.
Dope.
I take care of my customers.
Yes, I will leave you.
Plus, you just waited long enough. I told you that when that one was done, I was like, great, I'm gonna start designing the next one. And I told you guys about it. And you're like, I want them. Like, oh man, I gotta get started.
That's the downside of like telling someone that you're gonna make them something artistically. Like when I told Black, like, oh, I'll write you this fanfic, I immediately was like, okay, that's bumped up the queue. Now that I've made a verbal promise, a gentleman's promise. That's
yeah. I know. Well, I'm happy now. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna make like a bunch more and just like drop them on my Instagram. Be like, hey, if anybody wants some of these, you can donate the money to me.
Venmo for personal reasons.
For more plastic, please.
All right, I'm gonna need everybody to take out a D20, please.
Oh shit, dice.
You didn't say we would need dice.
I'm so sorry. Dice? Everyone needs a D20.
Be right back.
Yeah, me too.
Which one should I use?
What did I do with my dice?
I was like, Cheryl, where are you going? I know your dice.
I'm going to my IKEA hutch. I'm going to my cube specifically for storing dice now. These are for all my. These are the ones for the guy I play in Strahd, my bard. my bard dice because I
Ooh.
have a set for him.
Mhm.
My little Warforged dude.
Man,
Slowly falling to a life of crime. I intended for him to be an innocent little character, and now he's committing scams. Let's pull out a nice purple die. Vaguely purple. Because you use the different shaped die. You use all of the set in this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is going to be for answering questions about each other's
Here
characters.
we
I
go.
rolled a 15.
A 15. Actually,
What do I
we'll see. We'll see depending on what everyone else rolls.
Ooh.
We'll go in order by highest roll.
Ooh.
Don't be snooty. Okay.
Well, now that you
I got a 2.
two, a big 2. Big-
Yeah, big 2. Big 2. I don't get. What is it? I don't get. Because since I didn't get the 1, I don't get like anything special. But
No inspiration.
that's it. Thank you.
Let me roll. 10.
10. All right. Cheryl first, followed by, or I guess Frankie first, followed by Nathan, and then finally we have Leon.
And then Sean rolled a 0 because he's not here.
Yes. I just text Sean, hey, roll a number real quick.
I'm sure he would love to. I'm sure that would make me.
Alrighty. I'm going to have everyone turn to page 56. Let's see what page that is.
56.
56.
56 on the pages on...
On the pages on the... So it'd be Appendix A. It'd be page 61 of the PDF, 56 of the book.
Gotcha.
61.
Relationship questions.
Yes. Alrighty.
Okay.
I guess we'll go in order again. So Frankie, please go ahead and roll a d20 twice. You'll be answering 2 questions about your relationship with Nathan. With Nathan.
So
With
twice.
Nathan. Yes.
So that's a 10.
And they can be, and you can pick from the positive and negative relationship question.
10 and an 18. Ooh. Nah. When did you first realize that you loved this character, either platonically or romantically? This character sacrifice. Ooh, this is difficult. I'll pick 18. 18 because Nathan, being the face of the town, was once asked to be like a fun honorary judge at one of the beauty contests. Frankie's mom was always forcing her daughters to run in, and Frankie was hiding backstage because she didn't want to do it. And when Nathan found her, she was totally expecting, she didn't know him, was totally expecting this guy from like a distance with stereotypes about him, expected him to drag her back out front and make her participate. But not only did he lie that he didn't find her, he told her a better place to hide. So then she decided that Nathan is one of the good ones, and they became good buddies after that.
That's cute.
And then the second one has to be on the negative one?
No, it doesn't have to.
Okay. I can pick either. I already used my 18, so 10. What is this character doing that's putting you both at risk?
Uh-oh.
Versus what is this character sacrificing to protect you? What is this character? Because what kind of risk?
That's for y'all to decide.
And these are characters you know. Oh god, this is hard. Probably sacrificing to protect Frankie. Nathan is probably unfortunately sacrificing his good standing in the town, because the older and more rebellious Frankie gets, the less the higher ups of town think of her. So the fact that he's still hanging out with her does not do well for his reputation as he gets older, away from being the baby face. A sign that he runs with the wrong kind of sort. That's my final answer.
Cool. Alrighty. And then I'll have you do that again, and we're going to do it for Leon.
So another d20 roll?
Yes.
Another 2 d20 rolls. I'm rolling on my glasses thing. 15 and a 14. 15 and 14. What do you and this character have What do you and this character have 15. What do you and this character have a weird mutual love of? Ohan, what do you think if we were both fans of like this old school, like Merle Haggard kind of like band leader who is like a super niche old musician that we're like the only people in town who care about his music.
Okay, I like that.
Or we're both fans of like a punk rock group from like England that no one in Pritchett would have ever heard of.
Yeah, I'm down with that too. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. That we're both fans of this like punk rock group from Britain that has never set foot on United States soil, and we're like the only two people in town who've ever heard of it. Probably Nathan from having to hang out with us has listened to a couple of
all their albums.
Yeah. All their bootleg albums, because you can't even get them. You have to like import them. That would be 15. Negative would be my 14. What would this character have to do to get you to forgive them? What would this character have to do to get you to forgive them? Forgive him for what? What would this character have to do? I think that generally speaking, if someone wronged Frankie, I think that Frankie holds a grudge, and I think that it would have to be like any apology that Leon would have to do would have to be like big show of like, I'm on your side and I will rebuke the people in public who you think I've sided with against you kind of thing. So it would have to be a big show of support for forgiveness for any wrongdoing. You stole my albums from that team now. You have to get me tickets to their show.
Where are they going to be playing though? Like New Orleans, maybe?
New Orleans, maybe. Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe that.
They're finally coming to the States.
Yes, they're finally coming to the States.
Wait, so what did he do though? What was the wrongdoing?
He stole my albums. No, it's probably he fucked up. He probably fucked up and led somehow by like making too big of a show of it, leaving it out, did not put it away when he was returning it to my room. My mother found my stash of albums, and because that is inappropriate music, she destroyed it. And so even if it's not really his fault, he's absent-minded, I blame him a little bit. I resent him for it. But he would have to either give me tickets to that thing or buy me some new albums, which is hard for him to do because his family is working on the boat. And yeah, that works. We need to name this band now, Ohan. What's a nice niche punk rock British name?
I don't know. We can go with like the Monkeys. No, something punk.
Monkeys fans in this house. Weren't the Monkeys the American version? Because they weren't even British.
They were, yeah, they totally were. See, hold on one second. Let me do some searches and see if I can come with something funny.
It's like the Sex Pistols. We're just big Sex Pistols. No, they're not touring. We have to make up some name. It'd be like punk rock band name generator. That's what we need.
Oh, I'm just seeing if like what band names come up just from a legit search of let's see, a list of punk bands from UK. All right, let's see. The Addicts.
Yeah.
Stone Roses.
Stone Roses.
Supergrass.
Supergrass. That sounds fun. Supergrass sounds.
Yes.
Supergrass sounds like something that Mama Bennett would not be fine with her daughter listening to.
Oh, and they are a real rock band from England.
Okay, so what is it again?
Spotify. Supergrass.
Supergrass.
And they were formed in 1993. It would make sense that no one's heard of them.
Yep. We were out in the bayou once with a little radio, and we caught some radio station playing it, and then the obsession began from there.
Where did I lost my? There it is. Okay.
Supergrass. That's fine.
Nathan, you are up, good sir. Can I have you roll 2 d20s? And if you get any of the ones that Frankie already rolled, just go ahead and re-roll those.
Okay. First one was a 9.
Didn't do that.
And this, I'm starting this with Frank, right?
We'll start with Leon this time.
With Leon, okay.
Yeah, we'll go with Leon first.
Okay, so I'm going to go with what is the kindest thing this character has ever done for you? And we'll say, so Nathan is good looking and like physically fit, but he like he doesn't fit in with the jocks because he actually isn't good at any sports. So he has there's a push and pull relationship there where he's not. Everyone in town knows him, but he's not popular with his age group because of that. Like the jocks don't take him seriously, and he's not smart enough for like the nerdy kids to take him seriously.
Oh.
I'll say like there was a time when Nathan was being bullied and like just having a hard time, and Leon just like offered a place for him to get away from people.
Well, what if I
him.
took you out fishing one day with me?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
That's
We
cute.
went out fishing.
We went out. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go out on my boat.
Yeah.
That's cute. God, this is the thing about kids on bikes, is I immediately get so attached to all of these kids with their little friendships. And some of them are going to die, and I am going to
Who knows? Don't drown in the swamp.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Lex will get attached too, but Lex I know at this point loves pain. So
Like, how do I make people cry?
Okay. So, let us try another number. That's a 12.
that doesn't seem
Well-
to make sense what you just said, so maybe you should roll again.
Yeah, you could re-roll again if you'd like.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense with that really nice thing you just said.
Yeah. And especially because I was tempted to go with a -1, but then
Yeah,
it
just
completely doesn't make
fit.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 19.
What do you do to
Oh.
annoy this character?
Yeah. I can do that. Yeah. I mean, because I'm the rich kid, and his family is struggling. I will, if I want to piss him off, then I will just talk in ways that emphasize that I have means that he doesn't.
Like a
It's like-
humble brag, like, oh, it's so
There's-
hard, Christmas morning, having to open all those presents.
Yeah. Or like asking about like, oh, did you go out and see the this movie that just came out? Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna go watch it, but I'll tell you what happens.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Shit like that. All right.
I'm gonna put backhanded flaunts of wealth.
Yeah. So I have to do this 2 more times, correct?
Yes, this time for Frankie.
Okay. That's an 11. Oh, so this is perfect. I'll start with the negative. Because like
Perfect.
because Nathan like is because of the way he's raised and like the image, he's very like conscious of his status. But Frank is very adversarial. So just whenever she pulls the group out and like makes us an example that other people are angry at, that just immediately because I want to be accepted by everyone, but I'm also with this friend group that is going to put me on the other side.
Frankie makes a scene in public.
Yeah.
You're just like, nope.
It's like, nope, just be cool. Just be cool. Let it go.
I like that.
I just see like the drawing in breath and opening the mouth wide.
So that thing where just you hear the little whispers around as people are talking. Say Frankie does not follow societal convention.
Nah. No.
Definitely not.
And a 17. Okay, what aspect of this character's personality do you try to use as a model for your own? I mean, like, so you aggressively like pursue your interests in bird watching, correct? And this is like entirely separate from all the other friction with the family or with people around.
It's probably that. It's probably right. Bird watching is probably the one thing that she does that's not done on purpose to piss her mom off, but it still pisses her mom off.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. This is the one thing that she just genuinely likes it and would like it anyway, but it also happens to not be an easily make a speech aboutable at a beauty contest kind of hobby.
Yeah. So I think Nathan really admires your tenacity and also like how observant you are. You can just be like, like he, if we're out on the bayou hanging out, I just see trees and like maybe I hear some birds, but you're able to sit there and point out like, oh, that's a variegated something or other, and see count the dorsal feathers.
You
Like,
tell
I
that
don't
she's
get
3
it.
years old at least, kind of.
Yeah.
She's like handing him the binoculars. Okay, right there to the right of the branch.
Like, how do you see that?
You learn to look for it. God, I'm too attached to these kids already.
I'm like, have to quit after tonight.
I'm just like, yeah, it's like we have this really nice, sweet little group of friends that all support each other. We're all hanging out on the bayou, just chilling on a Saturday, listening to the radio, bird watching.
The end.
The end. And also Sean was there. Whoever Sean ends up being, he was also there.
Which, whenever I get Sean's character, I'll probably message y'all.
He's the new kid. He just moved to Pritchett.
I'll have him. Maybe he might only know one of you. Maybe we'll see.
We're all gonna bully him.
We just don't tell him that. He comes in, he's like, "What's up, loser?"
His first day in school was the day of the election, and we accosted him for his vote. We're like, "It's gotta be the witches, or we're gonna shove you in a locker." And he's like, "Whoa!"
We just like send him to the witch's house, and we drop him off there.
Yeah, we play the new guy prank on him.
That's
they
fun.
say that she drank blood, she might even still be there. Go knock on the door and see, and we'll take you to a party. And then he turns around and we're gone.
I love that. I hope that happens. We'll see. Okay, Leon, you are up. Can I have you roll 2d20s, and you'll be these questions will be about Frankie.
Oh, about Frankie. I got a 1. Let me see what that is. What did this character do for you that makes you owe them a debt you can't repay? Well, maybe like when I took him out on my boat, I fell out of my boat and he saved me from drowning.
Hey! Rescue moment.
And let me roll again. Got 14. Wow. What is the bravest thing you've ever seen this character do?
No, the second roll is on the negative chart. So scroll down
is it?
the page. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we can choose either one. 14. What would this character have to do to get you to forgive them?
Oh, wait.
Didn't I already do that one?
Yeah.
I think I already did.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll that one.
Okay.
Because remember, I was like, oh, my mom destroyed my album collection because you left one out when you were over that one day.
How far would you go to avoid being alone with this character?
I think that one just doesn't fit for this group.
No, it's like if they don't know each other kind of group.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we can save that one for Sean. Shall we roll?
We'll never hang out with him when it's all us.
Yeah. So, should we keep that one for Sean, or should we roll?
Just go ahead and re-roll.
Okay.
I mean, if you got 18, it would be perfect.
I mean, you can also just pick one. If you're like, if this one fits, I'll just let you just pick the.
I mean, 18. That one talking about the busted albums. You heard this character years ago. Why can't you apologize?
You know, it's funny. I rolled for that one.
Hey!
There you go.
Okay, let's see here. I hurt Frankie, and I can't apologize.
If you want to make it about that mom destroying the like fan kit, it was like a shirt, albums, some pins, stuff that like we'd had to like buy off of like shady 1990s eBay. Like we had to bid on it, and because you were over one day, we were listening or we were hanging out. When we ran out the door, I told you, remember to put that shit away so my mom can't find it, and you didn't. You spaced or you like tossed it somewhere, found it, and she destroyed it.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, so, and then I just can't apologize because I can't replace it.
Oh.
Until you save up enough money to get us those tickets to the show in New Orleans.
Yeah. So I guess I can say that like I'm trying desperately to get it to make up for it, but they're like really hard to get.
Which makes it hurt all the more when I point out how poor you are.
Yeah, at least I'm working though, you know.
Yeah. Nathan could easily buy us those tickets, but he's not a fan of the band the way we are. What do you think? What do you think it's like the people call Nate and Cal, like Baby Nate? What was like the
Baby Nate.
Baby Nate would be like sweeter than my baby branch. That was their motto. That your face was on every bag of sugar, sweeter than my baby, and it's a little.
It'd be funny if it was like an embarrassing picture too. It was like that one picture where the dog's pulling the pants down on the.
Yeah, it's a little bit of drool.
Yeah, your like eyes are all big and dopey looking. They've airbrushed it, so it's very like shiny, very, very, very smoothed over.
All right. Leon, please roll for Nathan.
Okay. I rolled a 20.
Yay!
You
Versus
win.
my 1.
Ooh, these are both juicy.
These are both very good.
So do I pick one of the 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. The good or bad?
Yeah.
I want to do the good one. So what item did this character give you that you treasure? What if like he gave me like a titanium hook or something, like and that's like really hard to get in the early 90s, and it's like really helped me out a lot by being like really strong while I'm working.
You went to the big pyramid Bass Pro Shop in Texas.
Yes. He can afford it, and he can afford it.
Yeah.
That Bass Pro pyramid. So funny. It's the biggest pyramid in
North America.
Yeah, North America. It's the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
And your second roll, please.
I got a 2.
2. Oh, also very juicy.
What do you admire about this character, but you would never tell them? Who is this pertaining to again?
For
Nathan.
Nathan.
Oh, for Nathan.
Does he go by Nathan or does he go by Nate?
He goes by Nathan.
Nathan. Frankie probably calls him Nate every once in a while. He probably gets annoyed at that as well. Pritchett Family Values, Lex.
That's the name of the grocery store.
So let's see. Which one I admire, but I can never tell them?
Or what secret are you
So
keeping?
handsome.
Yeah. Or what secret are you keeping?
I wonder if like maybe I know about some fraud against him, but I haven't had the heart to say it maybe or something like that. Like where his parents like took some more of his money than he knows about.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I like it. I would just ask how your character would know this.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of inside joke at school that he hasn't figured out is actually like making fun of him.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just like while I was on the boat again, I while I was there, while I was coming back into the marina, I heard them talk, like 2 people talking about it.
They like overlooked you because you were like tying up ropes, and rich folk are never seeing who's doing the labor.
Yeah, or like they just expected it to be another adult and not like a kid who would know the person personally or something.
You could have overheard, because if it was the Pritchett family sugar plantation was the people who had Nate's picture, it could be that you overheard one of the Pritchetts talking about how they actually didn't pay out as much as they swore they would, or that there's like some.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a big juicy scoop.
Oh, hold on. You know what? I'm actually thinking about this now, and I wonder what if they actually caught me, and then they have something on me where that makes me not tell him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. What if word gets out, they will cancel the contract with my family, and we would lose our fishing business within the town. That would be
devastating.
Yeah, and that would be enough to keep a secret.
Okay.
Even though he's your best friend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jim Pritchett. That son of a bitch, Jim Pritchett Jr.
It would be Jim. It would absolutely be Jim.
Big Jim. There's Big Jim Pritchett. There's Little Jim Pritchett.
I would love
Jim.
He goes by James. He goes by James.
I was absolutely thinking that they were all just like all the men in that like main line are all just Jim. All James go by Jim.
It's like in Game of Thrones, the Freys are like constantly naming their kids after Walder to make him like them. So there's like 17,000 Walders in one. The prick chits. Every sign, get into face, spray paint.
Yeah, I was thinking that memorial. One of them could be prick. One of the graffiti things could be prick shit.
Prick shit.
Yeah.
Prick shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we're cooking with gas. Prick shit, yes.
Oh, it could have been some of the older, like Pritchett, the ones that are still kind of the youth. They've been like, listen, if you tell him, we're gonna tell our daddy to cancel your contract.
Oh, you might have overheard like them talking at like school, like if there's other Pritchetts that are our age.
Yeah.
They're like the bullies in school.
My father, the inventor of toaster strudel, would.
My daddy owns your daddy's business. My daddy could sink that boat like Christ.
You have to watch a lot of Southern like movies to get into
I'm not
that.
lying when that dude Ezra Standish on Magnificent Seven, that TV show. He was very good.
I'm just gonna watch the Water Boy.
So does Leon go to school with us? Are you just working full time?
No, yeah, I am. I mean, I'm 17, so what's the senior?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean.
Oh yeah, when are we, what time of the year is this set in? Is this like over summer or is this?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Summer would before senior year, maybe.
Yeah.
So that would give us enough, like, yeah.
Future shit,
Mhm.
college, moving on, that sort of stuff.
One last hurrah.
One last hurrah.
Yeah. And that would put everything else like on the line because like we're almost done with like our career or at school, you know.
Yeah, and it's like, what are we gonna go do? Are some of us gonna leave? Or are we gonna stay? There's no college in Pritchett 'cause it's a small town.
Yeah.
God, we've talked so much. I realized we haven't even gotten to the rumors yet.
Oh, that's right.
Not yet.
Rumor time. Let's go.
Rumor time.
Rumor time.
All right, let me read this. Let me see what it says about this.
I heard a rumor.
I heard that actually Colonel Pritchett ran like a coward from
Let's see.
I almost want to say like ironically the idea of this Confederate saying, hey, good for him that he helped the Union win that battle. he ended up on the right side of history with that one.
I mean, but that's why we like love him. Like it was originally like a Confederacy town, but then we just happened to be on the right side of history. And it was pretend that we wanted it that way the whole time.
Luckily for them.
Yeah.
All right.
And then suddenly the family's like, actually, you know, it turns out that he was wrong in his diary and he lied. And he actually. Yeah.
Well, you know how like nowadays we don't celebrate Columbus Day, but we celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. You know, what if like we're like, no, he's not a good person. He's an asshole. Like he founded this town.
If it was in summer, there could be like because we want it to be set during the Crawfish Festival. We could have it set during the Crawfish Festival in summer. Whatever. What's crawfish season? Google. What's crawfish season?
Yeah, find out.
A lot of activity in towns, like the big 4th of July kind of party in town.
Wait. It's January through July.
Oh, the whole year. Okay, so maybe
I think that maybe we're at the tail end of it.
I think towards the tail end of it, maybe.
That could be one of the slogans. Is the tail end of it, and then it's.
I'm putting.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I like that.
I'm writing it in.
I'm already coming up with all kinds of corny hometown merch that we could get for this festival. Imagine how hard it would be in this town to be allergic to shellfish.
Be a
They're
problem.
like, that's a sign that the Lord is not right with him. A real man shellfish.
Okay.
That's my big secret is I'm allergic to shellfish.
All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll finish off the characters, and then we'll go back and do the rumors because I guess I was supposed to do those first. All right, so everyone's.
I thought we did the rumors with the alligator and stuff.
I wrote those down, but I didn't count those as those because we never fully went into an official rumors thing.
Cool. Yeah, let's flesh that shit out then. Yeah,
okay, so first, though, everyone's got a full name. Everyone write something down that strongly motivates you. Yeah, just whatever drives most of your decisions. Be specific or general. If appropriate, share these with other players. If not, you can just share them with me directly.
I'm going to invent a kind of bird because I can't be bothered to Google the fauna of
a loon.
Louisiana. A loon.
A
No,
loon.
we'll call it the Louisiana swanbird, and that is
a swanbird.
And that is Frankie's cause. How do you pronounce celebra? It's an endangered bird that migrates and nests in the bayou around Pritchett. And her big cause is always every year when they migrate, she goes out, she counts their nests, she counts their eggs, and she reports them because they're her favorite bird and she wants to preserve them. And that's her thing that she's always going on about.
The Louisiana swampbird? Okay.
And everyone in high school who wants to make fun of her for being a bird nerd and tries to go and annoy her about how it's called a swan bird, but it's not a swan. She's like, no, it's just what it's called.
Oh, swan bird. Okay.
Yeah, so one word, swan bird.
I thought you said swamp.
And that's what one of her shirts says is one word, swan. And that's one of the shirts that she got from participating in like a charity drive to preserve them. And then more privately, not do what her mom wants, not end up like her older sisters. Her older sisters, if they started out rebellious, all capitulated eventually and became nice little mom bots. She's not going to be it. She's not going to go get an MRS degree from U of A like all of her other sisters.
Okay, so this is a big shift in my conception, but I feel like it kind of fits. Nathan doesn't know what he wants to do there, but Nathan's strongly motivated to be in New York City.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
City.
Broadway modeling.
Knows, yeah.
Like you watched a chorus line once.
He did not watch Midnight Cowboy because that's too depressing.
No, he did not watch Midnight Cowboy. He did not watch Taxi Driver. There's some positive New York movies. He watched Oliver and Company. I need to be like Lex. I need a gamer chair.
It's great. They're so stupid, but they're great. All right, Leon, your motivation, please.
From Leon, I would say he's motivated to like not be dependent on anybody else, like because like he's been dependent on his family, but his family's been pretty poor, so he hasn't like always had like a full stomach, and he hasn't gotten any of the cool stuff, which motivates him to work and to make his own money.
Okay.
And go see Supergrass in concert.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Next up, we have fears. Your character's fears.
I wrote snakes.
Why? Because it always got snakes.
And this will be something that does come into play in certain things in planned actions and snap decisions. But we don't need to worry about that now. Just go ahead and whatever you think your character would fear.
Frankie is afraid of fire. And specifically, she got burned badly once by a curling iron. And ever since then, she's like very cautious around things that might be hot. Like she hates hands on the stove. She'll wear like oven mitts to move something around on the stove. Does not want to have to go through that again. So I'll give you something nice and easy, even threaten me with like fire. Hot metal. Curling irons.
The bad guys would have a curling iron.
The alligator just spews snakes that are on fire out of its mouth.
Oh my god.
So for Nathan, I wrote down being alone.
If I want to do it more psychologically, yeah, being like her sisters, like her mother. So yeah, being alone, Nathan. That's sad.
And that's going to come into play in the story where we all leave you alone with the monster behind you.
Where Lex kills us all off but you.
And you're just sitting in the lair all by itself, all by
Oh,
yourself.
Survivor, you go alone and traumatized to New York, wishing we could have come with you.
Oh, that'd be so cute. Alrighty.
I don't know what media you're watching. I was going to mention a reference, but even saying the title would be a spoiler. So.
I'm curious now. What's the genre of media?
Anime?
Anime. Okay, I don't watch anime.
So I don't either.
Anime. Okay.
I'm free.
Okay, yeah. I don't know about Ohan, but yeah. Nick.
I watch anime, but I'm not like big on TV right now. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, Nick got several of us watching Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh yeah,
it's quite good.
On Netflix.
Also soul destroying.
As all the best good things are.
Very true. All right, now you guys get to put whatever you think would be in your backpack.
Oh shit.
Okay. Do we put that on our character sheet or?
It's very dumb. You put it in your backpack. It's literally this big, but fill it up.
Is there a limit?
I think it's literally what would be in your backpack and figuratively.
Okay.
So whatever items you would never be without, and then you can put kind of advantages that you have over other people, whatever this means.
Yeah. So in my backpack, I bought a flashlight, keys to the house. I got a bottle of water, school folder, so there's pencil and paper in there. I have my hook and rope. I keep it with me because I don't want it to get stolen or anything. And then the key to the marina, so I can get to my boat.
Nice.
That's all I could think of.
House keys, binoculars, field journal, flashlight, and the pen for the field journal, flashlight. Probably, if you'll let me have this, Lex, like a multi-tool, like a camping sort of knife, screwdriver, cork opener.
Fits for your character.
Yeah. And a can of spray paint. Bright red.
Yes. Nathan, what do you got in your backpack?
Yeah, I was struggling with this.
And then you guys can also put intangible things that you guys would have at your disposal in there. So if you're like, maybe like Frankie, while not necessarily being someone who's very into the socialite kind of like life, you might know things about it that other people might not know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she knows about how the Gentlewoman's Relief Organization is run. She knows their organizing tactics. She knows a great recipe for lemon shortbread. She knows.
God, I would love a lemon.
She knows how to do the Texas curtsy. Oh God, Frankie probably had to do a debutante ball, but he knows how to do the Texas curtsy. All that fancy stuff. Probably has a pair of those cotton white gloves in her backpack, just because her mom is always like, "You need to take these with you." Her mom was always putting them in her fucking backpack.
Oh, that's fun.
Tries to take them out, and every time she goes to pick it up and leave, there's another clean set tucked inside.
Interesting ideas.
Okay. Well, I put in there hair gel and comb, a pocket-sized mirror.
Yes.
Keys, wallet, a magazine, his winning smile, and I put, because he was trying to fit in with the jogs, I put protein powder.
Just to have.
About my wallet.
Oh, I love these. These are all things that could actually could be really useful in certain situations. All right, let's see. And I think the last thing for finishing up the characters is there. When in your trope, there are 2 questions, and you just need to answer them. That's it.
This music is so relaxing. I think I'm gonna play it before I go to sleep tonight.
It feels like I'm in that part of Pirates of the Caribbean where you're going past the restaurant, just in the vibe.
You're not far off.
Is that where it's from?
It is a Disneyland track, but it's from the Tom Sawyer Island area.
Yeah, I've only ever been on there once.
I've never
Every
been
time my
on
family
there
would go, we would go like during winter when it was closed.
Every single time I've been in Disneyland, it's been closed. I've never been on there.
Yeah, it's very hit or miss.
It was fun when I was running around because my mom liked it because she got to sit down and I just sit down around.
I loved it as a child.
It's the track. Banjo music and ambiance.
It is mixed. I am playing 2 different videos at the same time.
Ooh. Bam. Little sound mixer over here. That's cool.
Because nothing was giving me what I wanted.
Like I want the frogs and the banjo.
Yeah. I specifically wanted the banjo. I can't find any good just like light banjo music.
Mm-hmm. Do you want us to answer these questions out loud or are these for us in our notes?
Either or. Feel free to share them if you'd like.
Since I'm adapting, reclusive, eccentric, instead of what drove you away from the world at large, what drove you away from like participating like the family thing? Probably it was like when she was a little kid and she pretended to be like her next oldest sister and her mom clearly didn't notice. Like her mom couldn't tell her and her like next oldest sister apart if they were pretending to be each other. And Francesca was like, no, that's not cool. That she can't tell. So they're not like twins or anything, but she just couldn't tell. And then
That's so sad.
And then what do you miss? She probably misses her sisters because if some of her sisters were rebellious when they were younger, but then mom bought it out, she probably just misses actually being able to hang out with the people in her house.
Oh.
I think you said already, but are you the youngest?
She's the youngest of 6 because it's A, B, C, D, E, F. She's the youngest of 6. 5 older sisters. And it was probably like, pumping about like a year at a time kind of situation. So there would always be one glorious year at every school level. If the town is big enough for multiple schools, if it wasn't just the one building, there was 1 year in every school, where she would be she'd be at the top. So all of her sisters would be in the next 5th grade. All of her older sisters were in middle school. She was on her own in elementary school, finally. In middle school, and she had to put up with 3 years of being with her sisters in middle school. And then finally, last of middle school, no more sisters. And now that we're going to the senior year, this is going to be her senior year where it's just her in the school. All of her other sisters are going to be gone.
This is the year of glory.
The college?
Probably college, but Jesus, that also means that Frankie's going to be alone in the house with her mom, which also doesn't sound very fun at all.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was going to say how many of them stayed in town and how many of them moved on?
Oh, they probably all stayed. It's probably that's a good question. They probably all stayed in town. They all probably made good marriages with Pritchett men and are now or something like that. They either, if any of them went away for school, it's like they went away to find a doctor. They went away to find a lawyer, kind of situation. Go join sororities. They're probably in sororities. Probably the oldest one.
The oldest one?
Yeah. What are you picturing?
I'm just picturing a lot of moments of you being like, this is stupid and this and that, and they're just like, Frankie, you need to grow up. This is the real world, and you're never gonna get anywhere doing this and that.
No one is ever gonna want to be your friend if all you do is act angry all the time. It's like, I'm not acting, I'm actually angry. And it's like, there are other ways for you to get attention, honey, than to be like this, You win more flies with honey than we're gonna get.
Oh, exactly, yes.
I don't want any flies.
I want Louisiana swan bird.
And they are attracted to vinegar.
The alkaline level of the flats has to be very specific for them to make their nests. You clearly did not read the pamphlet that I gave you.
See her eyes glaze over.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like her mom is like trying to make it like, well, how can we make this? It's like, maybe the Relief Society could hold a bake sale in favor of the Louisiana swan dog, whatever.
I can't wait to start playing and hearing all these accents fly around.
It's going to be, I'm going to keep Lex on his toes. Lex,
good God.
You got to meet me here.
I'm gonna have to study.
Study up.
So you need answers from Ohan and from me.
Mhm.
So, how does it feel to have others think you are beautiful but terrible?
Ooh,
I think that feels hurtful. I just want everyone to recognize how wonderful I am.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What nicknames can we come up with for Nathan?
Oh yes.
What is a synonym for beautiful that starts with N? Nass looking Nathan. Nass face Nathan.
Oh.
It's probably they called him Baby Nate, and that's why it doesn't.
Right.
He's like,
Baby
Just
Nate.
you, Nathan.
Yeah. Oh. And what do you sacrifice to remain beautiful? Yeah.
Very interesting question.
Yeah.
Their portrait
I
of
think
me.
I think it's like as he got older, he stopped being as enthusiastic about kind of the like physical things that you all do, you know, the going fishing, like tromping through the bayou. Like, I don't want to get mud on my clothes now and all of this stuff. I want to stay out of the sun because I need to keep my complexion looking really great. So, but I want to be with my friends too. So Nate has been gradually pulling back on doing that stuff and like starting to internalize that he doesn't like it, even though he really does. So like also there's like that pulling away.
I love how
Yeah,
complex
this
his characters are.
This does feel like the last hurrah. This is like the summer before we all have to decide whether we're gonna stay friends.
Yeah.
I need to get like a Zoom background. That's easy.
Yeah.
You see, I gave
Alrighty.
you like a magnolia tree.
Magnolia.
I don't think that's a magnolia, but it looks southerny. You're on campus.
No, that looks very southerny right there.
Downtown Pritchett.
I think you didn't even ask for this, but I think Nathan's insecure about like where he's going to end up. Definitely after high school's over, because he sure as hell is not going to college. So like, is it going to be like in 10 years? Nathan's like working at the gas station.
Oh,
Who knows?
very interesting.
And he has his dreams of where he wants to be, but does he have marketable skills that will sustain him?
These are very deep questions.
All of these questions, you get like the negative character questions too, are also like super existential. Like, why can't they forgive you? Like, I don't know why they can't forgive anyone on a long enough time frame.
I know. I got mine. I'm like, oh, like how?
I would really like to go through these questions for a D&D like campaign. I just think it'd be really fun.
That would be fun.
If you're starting the game with everybody knowing each other, definitely. And especially like someday I want to do a campaign where all the player characters are in a family, like they just start related.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! I want to be in that.
But it's also fun, the process of a bunch of weirdos who don't know each other becoming that found family.
Because we all get united by like seeing aliens together or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's like the fun thing about like our other games is like we all go in kind of with our own little thing, and then during the game we all figure out our relationships in a way.
Yeah. Like I know in Dragonlands, we're really hitting a stride where the whole team feels like a whole team and not just parts of a team, you know?
Yeah. It's true. But like we've had, but like for our team in Dragonlands, we've had enough time for each of us have like had some kind of role play with each other. Lex and I just had a role play recently. That was like the first time him and I even spoke.
Truly months into the campaign.
I know. You phone, you this.
Oh, so since it's the 90s, probably Nathan has a Nokia, but I don't think either of us have phones.
Yes, let me.
Leon and Frankie, I don't think we have phones. I think Frankie's mom refuses to give her a phone unless she does things that her mom wants her to do.
I'm
I
gonna
can-
say honestly, I don't think this town has a cell tower.
No.
Do
But
not.
you know, it'd be more realistic for us to have pagers.
Mm.
Honestly, I'll allow pagers.
Hmm.
I don't think I will allow a cell phone.
Not even a
Yeah,
single.
because pagers were big in the late '90s. So in the early '90s, it was still kind of like
Pagers.
really cool, right?
You can
Even
have
though
like,
cell phones were around, it was very rare. Those were just car phones at the time.
Probably
God,
no
the old
wireless
man.
out in the bayou though.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
But
even then,
pagers seem to be everywhere really quickly.
mm-hmm.
So I would
Like,
say I don't see Leon having a pager, even though he goes out in the boat, you know. But
Yeah.
I see Nathan having a pager.
90s.
Yeah. Okay. I'm adding a pager to my backpack.
Mm-hmm. This is the fun thing about kids on bikes. I like kids on bikes being like an our universe thing, so you can think up shit like that.
Yeah.
Probably have a wallet. Wallet probably has at least some cash in it. Probably no credit card for Frankie, just cash. Cash and an ID card.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I just like it because like once we start playing, we're already familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know who we are and what we are to each other. We know the town. We made the town. We know the rumor. We made the rumors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we're just these characters going through this motion like we've already done it a million times.
Yep.
Are we gonna make the rumors? Did we make the rumors?
Not yet.
No.
That's where we're
Yeah,
coming
we
up
like
next.
nice. Rumors are fun because we can make up our own lore.
That's how we ended up with the aliens last time, with the lizard people last time.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Let me find.
So for this one so far, we have the witch's house, and then we have
Alligator and the treasure.
alligator with the treasure, which I really like. Well, there was another one. What was the other one?
It was like the ghost fleet, but that's more like why our town is infamous. But no, we didn't have that. It was instead of the
No.
sugar abuses.
So then, okay. So then, how many rumors should we?
I think the
Yeah.
rumors get prompted. I think there are questions for the rumors. I remember last time it was like, who in town has a secret or something was like one of the
Okay.
questions.
Yeah. So then,
In the last game,
I'll-
it was that science teacher guy that turned out to be a lizard person. What was his name? Mr. something. God, that game was so fun. I'm so excited.
yeah, and I love the.
No, it's just everyone give me one rumor.
One rumor.
Yeah.
I think I like the witch's hut.
Mhm.
Like I can like see Leon like, you know, on fishing runs he would strafe the house and maybe take some pictures, you know, just to curious
Mhm.
about it.
I think that Grandma Josephine, who is head of the Gentlewomen's Relief Society, I think that she is a hypnotist. And I think that because I saw in her house when I was snooping around upstairs, there's a picture of her shaking the hand of a guy at a college, and I looked it up in the library, and that was full of back when hypnotherapy was big. So I think maybe she hypnotizes all of those ladies who hang out in her, what's that card game that old ladies play?
Bridge.
I think she has hypnotized all of the women in her bridge group because if you talk to one of them, they all sound the same. They all talk the same. And my mother's one of them. That's why I will never go play bridge with them. I would rather crawl out of a window and land in the bushes than go play bridge.
Bridge is gonna be like the intellect devourer of our game.
I don't think she's an alien. I don't think she's a robot. But I do think that there's a certain way that she talks to you, and there's a way she makes eye contact. That is all part of hypnotism.
Now, I know you're doing that in character. Are the rumors us in character telling our friends what we think's happening, or it's
just a rumor in town?
Oh.
Just yeah.
Yeah, Cheryl was just like really making it great.
I like to talk like this. I do like this accent.
Thank
you,
you,
Lex, for
Thai
setting
accent.
Thank you, Lex, for setting this in Louisiana. I appreciate it.
I'm so glad. I'm so happy.
I'm gonna have to print Emmys now. I'm gonna send it to you.
I'll be like, hey, Sean, look what I've got. Hey,
Yeah.
Sean, look what I've got. my hilt, and
Right now, I'm gonna surprise my daughter. She wants to be Wonder Woman, and she expects to use this cloth thing going across her thing.
oh,
I'm giving her a golden Wonder Woman
Oh
like
hell yeah!
tiara,
Cool.
bracers, and sword. So I can't wait. I'm like the tiara is gonna be done like in 10 minutes.
oh, that's
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll show it to you guys.
I'm thinking the rumor is that is it the Pritchett Sugar Company?
yeah.
Or do they have a different name?
Pritchett.
They probably would still be like the Pritchett Sugar Plantation or something like that.
Yeah. That they're involved in the testing of mind control substances and
Oh.
seeding this in their products as a
Mm.
way to make people dependent on them.
They're like, how can we make sugar more addicting?
Yeah.
They'd be like, it's so good, you'd think it's mind control.
Yeah.
Everybody
Awesome.
giggles after that.
Once you've tasted some Pritchett sugar, you can't have any other brand.
And possibly unintentionally, some of that has run off into the bayou around.
Mm.
So
Oh.
even the animal life around is starting to
Oh.
get attracted to the area.
Ooh, it's sort of like the birds, like all these like animals flocking, and they're overrunning the swan bird. nest.
All comes back to the swan bird.
Always, they're a key part of the ecosystem, Nathan. If the swan birds go, there'll be an overabundance of mites, and if there's an overabundance of mites, then the crawfish aren't gonna whatever.
Oh, I do like these. I'm gonna go for another round. I would love to. I just like these
Oh.
rumors. They're very fun to flesh out this world.
I got one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna combine my two favorite ones. So I was thinking that there is that witch's hut out in the bayou, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna say that the legend goes that the treasure is underneath the house in the water in the stakes, and that is that alligator's lair is that under the witch's hut.
Mm.
And so whenever I'm fishing, I'm always kind of striping the house because I'm looking for that alligator because that is a huge alligator. If I catch it, not only be famous, but I could bring that in for a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like always, I'm investigating lore of the house, and I'm like taking pictures of like trying to find where this lair is, and I won't go near it because of the witch lore. You know, and then it's like I swear like in one of the pictures there was like a light in the window or something like that, you know.
Mm.
You
Or
heard
it was something
someone
weird.
get away over the engine. You heard someone shouting at you to get away.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like weird, like whenever I take a picture, like sometimes a window be blurry, or like one part of the house is always blurry. I don't know.
Ooh.
I've got one. In the 1920s, there were those bootleggers because you can use sugar to make rum. So the Pritchetts were secretly involved in the rum running trade during Prohibition.
Ooh.
And so there are secret tunnels connecting the plantation to their house up on like wherever their big mansion is or something. And to the wharf. There's secret tunnels all over town that the bootleggers used to use when they were running rum out of the factory, hiding production in the basement.
You know, I heard that like within some of those tunnels, there's a temple down there too.
Temple to what?
I don't know, man. Just people disappear, and you know, I pictured they're going there.
Maybe even old one-eyed Joe Bugsy, the gangster, the 1920s Prohibition gangster. Maybe the treasure is actually he has all of his old winnings down there in the business.
And he was buried with it.
Mm-hmm. A guy in like a pinstripe suit on a big pile of cash. Like a pirate posed up with his sword. Bugsy Malone. This is my treasure. God damn it! I'll die with it before I let you take it. I
have heard that there is a mysterious fan boat that hunters and fishers have seen going through the bayou, the figure who is riding it is masked and dressed all in black.
Mm.
And the weird thing is nobody in town owns a fan boat, and nobody knows anybody in the area who has one.
The real danger is sometimes people see that fan boat not moving when it's still. They swear they can hear someone fiddling.
You know, I swear, in one of my pictures of the swamp, the you can see a little bit of the boat behind a bush. I swear it's there. I can see it. Man, now I'm already getting in a southern accent now. All right.
It comes naturally.
I'll turn. I think I'll eventually.
The real problem is, how do you stop using the accent once you
You
stop?
don't. Once you're in the South, you never come back.
It's just the right way to talk.
Just the only way you can talk about stuff like this, talking about the bayou, in the crawfish on a flat top boat, a fan boat.
There's a certain flavor to it.
Summer afternoons, lemonade, church social, all that bullshit.
All right, and then just a reminder, which I know you, I know Cheryl and Ohan know, but these rumors, some of them will be true, some of them will be false, some of them may be half true. So these are all things you have to go on, but what you actually end up finding, that's the mystery.
Cool.
I'm gonna be so sad when our characters
But
No
then we
one
get to
died
make new characters.
It's not like D&D though.
Yeah.
Because in the last
God.
game, or it's not even like, it's like in the last game, no one died. But I think at the end of the last game, there was still like a feeling of sadness that now we had to go our separate ways. Because in the last game, we didn't all start as friends. We were like two separate like groups of people who kind of knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we kind of stopped right when we all really became a good group.
Yeah, that was when like the mystery got solved, and we all were like, "Do we just go back to normal life now?" I guess.
That's the question. Well, weren't you like going to go to college or whatever? Or
No, we were gonna go hunt for Bigfoot. Was what we were gonna go do.
mhm.
I have my fan fiction. We were gonna go hunt for Bigfoot. Except the van, 'cause our Scooby-Doo van sucked. It was up on blocks. We didn't actually have a van.
Sure was. They just used it to smoke pot.
Yeah.
What'll be fun is because our last group, we all leaned hard into being like pothead ne'er-do-well kids. It feels like at least here we're kids with like real problems and like real desires, and we're not just toked up constantly.
Yeah, it's true. In that game, they were just having fun, like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
The van!
Yeah. There was like half of us were conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. That's basically it. That's our session 0. We're set up.
All right. So can we start playing now?
Except for Sean.
Except for Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean.
Except for Sean.
Goddamn Sean.
So I will be hitting y'all up once I get Sean's character idea. And you can decide if you know his character, if you don't know his character. And there are questions for characters that you don't know. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we can do that over Discord.
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is gonna be
I
fun.
know.
I'm
so excited.
I hope
This is
Sean
fun.
uses his Boston accent for his character.
He's the down here.
Yes.
This yank comes down here.
That'd be great, man. Or if
City
he
boy.
pulls out some great accent.
Cityboy doesn't even know how to catch crawdads. Like, on his fingers.
Just pull a crawdad out and like offer it to him.
We like tell him, we're like, no, you see, the thing is they're so small, you can eat the shell.
Gross.
Oh, I'm gonna try. I am gonna try to keep this one relatively low combat, more just role play for this one, just because I'm not a big fan of the combat mechanics in this game.
All about the story.
Yeah, but if it does happen, if it comes up, we'll roll with it.
We will roll with it.
We will roll.
But
Hey.
Yeah?
Nice.
My good,
Nice.
a good father.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope she likes it.
Nothing like a dad with a 3D printer.
Her friends will learn.
It's so funny because way back in the day, my mom bought like this big like pack of like the old Linda Carter Wonder Woman TV shows because she liked it when it was like first airing when she was a little kid, and she told me about how her and her sister would play Wonder Woman. They would take tinfoil and they would use tinfoil to make the gauntlets.
Hell yeah, that's how you do it.
How far technology has come that you can 3D print a crown for your daughter to play Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yep.
No tinfoil.
I know, and it comes out shiny already, you know?
Yeah, it looks good. The detail is great. Even over the camera, I can see it's got the star on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Cool.
Thank you. Yep. So I'm just gonna sand it down, and then I'm gonna do the bracers next.
Nice.
Sick.
And I'm also I'm gonna print out the sword for her too. So I'm gonna see what kind of colors I have for that. But
Armed
yeah.
and armored.
I'm gonna stop recording.
Stop recording, Lex.